Sergio, welcome to Suceava again.
Yes,
Welcome to
thank you.
Artro Cafe. I
Thank
think
you.
it's
Thank you
the
very
first
much.
time playing here.
For me, yes. Yes, for me in this club, yes. Very nice club.
It's it's one of the few clubs in Suceava where we can perform live.
It's beautiful.
Thank you. How are you? How have you been? How was last night in Iași?
It was very nice. We played at a club called Underground Pub,
Yeah.
and it was nice. We had a sold out night,
Oh.
and people were really into it. We had a great support band called Ecstasy. They are young guys and girls from
Iași?
Bucharest,
Oh,
from Bucharest,
Okay.
and I was really blown away by the drummer.
Oh.
Clara. She is really a fantastic player, and I wish I played that well when I was 17. It didn't happen.
Okay. Okay. So let's get into it. Let's start with the beginning. Do you remember how you start playing drums?
Yes, I saw the video from One by Metallica on MTV,
Okay.
and I was very impressed by the shots behind Lars, where you could see his foot work and the famous sextuplets in the middle part. And I was 9 years old. I am that
okay.
old. And I decided that I wanted to play drums, but of course I couldn't do that. So I bought myself a pair of sticks when I was 9, hidden from my parents, because I was assuming that they did not want me to play the drums because I would make a lot of noise.
Okay.
And so I went and I bought a pair of general drumsticks, which by all chances was ProMark, which is still the brand I'm using. And I started playing along to records, play on chairs at home, and the records were Bryan Adams, Creedence Clearwater Revival, Jethro Tull, Genesis, those bands.
Classics.
Yeah, classic rock.
one.
Yeah.
And after you performed on chairs, do you remember what was your first kit?
Yes, it was a cheap kit called Century. Century was the brand.
Okay.
It was a white kit because I like Lars's white Tama kit from the
Yes.
the Black Album tour, and soon I added the second bass drum, which I found at a pawn shop. It was old Ludwig, but it was white, so I had a massive kit, and I couldn't play it. I was not a good drummer at all. Still, I'm not.
Oh, come on! But with practice, you.
Yeah, I'm not a talented drummer, but I put in for sure. You know, my 10,000 hours I've put more.
We should mention that you are from Italy.
Yes, I'm
and
Italian.
You found that that coffee should be here all the time.
Yes,
for the
yes,
Italians.
yes.
Okay, tell me about yourself. How did you get in Romania? How?
I started to play with a Romanian band back in 2009,
Okay.
and the band was called Dor-de-Du. It's a metal band which is still going, and we had Dor-de-Du, and then we had a parallel side project which was called Sunset in the 12th House, which I really liked. We made an album, also kind of instrumental post-rock, and from there it became my love affair with Romania, and I always thought that one day I should be back in Romania, and here I am 3 years ago. We moved with my family, and when I was just thinking, will I ever get a band in Romania, Dirty Shirt happened.
Okay. And how did you get the gig?
They did like an online thing, asking if there were drummers which were interested in joining the band, because Vlad was at a point where he couldn't do all the gigs, but luckily Vlad is still in the band, so we are two drummers. It's important that I mention it, and I really like his style. He provided the perfect template for me to do his things and do my stuff, and it's been love at first sight. The level of stupidity I have in me it matches the one of the band perfectly, and we immediately had a perfect relationship.
Okay, that's nice. And before getting into the kit's details, did you come with this drum kit from Italy, or did you acquire?
No, it's a. I own too many drum kits and too many snare drums. I own 4 kits.
Okay.
I used to own more, but I got wiser with age. And this is the kit that I left in Italy. This is one of the 4 kits. I'm going to the detail later. Then I have an old 1970s Ludwig kit, which is 2 24 bass drums, 13, 16, 18.
Okay.
It is Bila's favorite kick drums because they are 24 by 14, so they have a lot of attack. Then I have Tamburo, which is an Italian brand, which is fantastic. I have all the. I used to be an endorser with the company. It has all the sizes: 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 16, and one 20 bass drum and 116 bass drum.
Oh, okay.
That is fantastic. I can use it with all the configurations. Then I have a Pearl Vision, which many people consider like a lower line, but it is the same shell configuration, 6 or 7, I don't remember, plies of birch as the Yamaha Recording Custom. And I had the Yamaha Recording Custom, but I traded it with the Pearl Vision because I liked it more. And it had more drums. That I have 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 16, 18, and 222 bass drums. So I can do a lot with that.
So a lot of shells.
Yeah, this stayed in Italy because I was planning to go back and forth. But then I ended up using it very little. And this is also a kit which I have a lot of sizes. I have 8, 10. Vlad uses the 10 as well. 12, 14, 16, 222 bass drum, and a gong drum.
Okay.
And this is being passed down to me by German drummer Marco Minnemann.
I just wanted to ask you about
which was
the
a good friend
history.
of mine.
How did you get them?
I'm very good friends with Marco. I've been around him, studying with him, organizing classes with him and workshops in Italy since 1999.
Oh.
And this kit is actually from 1999. It's the first kit that DW gave Marco to convince him to become an endorser. And many people will recognize these lugs and tell that this is like a PDP or a Pacific kit.
Yes.
It is not. This is before PDP or Pacific. It has also the date. It has the date of production is December 8, 1999 on all the kits. And this is an American-made DW kit that they branded Drum Workshop, as you can see on the badges.
Yes.
It was supposed to be a middle-of-the-line, slightly cheaper version of the collectors with 2 differences. Only 2 colors, British Racing green and purple. And no reinforcement rings. But it's the same Keller shells that DW was having on the collector. So it's all by all means a collector drum kit, branded differently, and it sounds awesome. It's very open. I think it's a little bit more open and easy to tune than the collector. And I like it. It's very versatile, but this is the very, very last show that we use it for. Then we are going to retire and we are going to buy a new kit with Dirty Shirt because I'm very attached to this drum kit, as you know, and it's starting to show a bit of wear and tear, and I started to get a little antsy when we carry it around, although we have great SKB cases and everything. So you caught it on time, very last gig.
And do you know what you will acquire next?
Tama Star Classic.
Tama Star Classic.
Vlad and I agreed on that. It's a good deal. It's black, so it goes with whatever we are wearing. And it will be like 10, 12, 16, 22, very simple. And
the standard ones.
Yeah, the standard ones, yes.
Okay, before getting into the drums to see exactly what you're having, I am very curious how you became a teacher at Drumeo.
Oh,
for drummers.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
This is like the biggest publication, biggest.
Yeah, it's the biggest educational
platform.
Website, platform in the world for drums. I'm not a teacher, though. I started as a transcriber, notation, sheet music, and then I got hired part-time, and then I got hired full-time, which is the position I have now. Now I am called publishing manager. So basically, I take care of all what is the songs department. We have a big project called Drumeo Songs, and I manage that. I coordinate the team of transcribers that we have around the world, and it's a dream job because I have a full-time position, a good salary, but I can still go around and play whatever I want.
So you're not like the classic employee here in Romania working in corporation or something like that.
It is a kind of a corporation.
Yeah, but your main job it's working at Drumeo.
Yes, okay. That's my day job. I have a fixed amount of hours I have to do every week and projects to deliver. When I'm done with that, I go out and play. The thing which I love that now I can after 21 years of playing drums for a living and having to play everything that came to me, big gigs, small gigs, absolutely forgettable gigs. In the last years, I can choose what I want to play, which is it's a privileged position. I'm
Yes.
fully aware of it.
Yes. Okay. And do you know if they are planning to open it in Europe also? Because I know the Drumeo it's in USA.
It's in Canada.
It's in Canada, okay.
It's close to Vancouver. The place is called Abbotsford. You can also visit. If you are there, you can call and schedule a visit to the Drumeo headquarters. And that I know of, there are no plans of opening subsidiary in Europe, because all the drummers go there or we go to them. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm not the boss. So
I understand.
not my call to make.
Okay. Okay. Now let's talk about the kit. Tell me the size that you are having on this one. And
12 by 9.
Okay.
This used to be a suspended floor tom because it was fashionable in the 90s. So both floor toms were suspended, but I ordered at DW directly the time era correct brackets and the legs. So everything is original.
Okay.
And this is like a 16 by 14. The bass drum also did not have the mounting system,
Yes.
but we installed it with Marco Miniman's approval. And the bass drum is 22 by 18.
Okay.
The snare is a Tama Metal Works, like middle of the run. The first run where they were really making good Tama Metal Works. Now it's more of a cheaper version.
Okay.
And
It's
it's
affordable for everyone.
yes. I bought this used for 90 euros, and it's Bila's favorite snare drum. So I try to use stuff that he likes,
I
because I'm
understand.
fine with anything as long as I have a drum carpet
Yeah.
that keeps it in position. And look at the wood, what a beautiful drum carpet they bought me.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Do you have like small cars and playing with them between songs?
Unfortunately, I'm the drummer in Dirty Shirt almost always plays. But if I had like an acoustic song, you will see me down there with micro machines.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about the cymbals.
Yes.
I
the
guess you are an endorser.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a small
Tell me more.
company from. It's based in Finland,
Okay.
and the cymbals are manufactured in Turkey. So it's basically a one-man operation. Done from the business side, Ville Juntila is the boss, and he approached me 3 years ago. I was a long-time Paiste endorser, and I like the cymbals a lot from Paiste, but I actually prefer these ones. These lines, there are several lines. The one I use with Dirty Shirt is the Chaos, which is like bright, powerful, but it's controlled. They're not overly loud cymbals. Again, Bila likes them because they don't get in the way of the mix, and it's a professional brand of cymbals that is very consistent. I have used this cymbal since my very first gig with Dirty Shirt, which is 3 years ago, and it's still and I hit hard, as you will see. There is no cracks whatsoever. None of I had this all set for over a year, and the same exact cymbals. Nothing broke.
Okay.
Not
and
even the splash.
Okay. Can we go through them? Tell me the exactly
this is-
specifications.
They both are Chaos 18-inch China. I want them to sound the same because I try to do a lot of double bass stuff on them, like old Terry Bozzio style, and I really need them to sound the same, not to have different pitches. And then we have a Chaos 18, then we have a Chaos 19, Chaos 22 inches ride, Chaos 14. This is also a Chaos, but it's older, so it's all faded. And then the Splash is another brand, which is it's called Kaski. Not another brand, another line. It's a little bit more, a little darker, more controlled. And I really love them, and they work. I love stuff that I don't have to think about or fight. I don't like to fight stuff when I play.
I understand.
Yeah.
Okay. Going back to the drums, I can see that you are an Evans guy.
Yes. Imagine I've been an Evans endorser since 2007.
Oh, okay.
So it's a lot of years of using Evans, and I love them, and I love the people there. There is an A&R guy in artist relationship guy in America called Steve Lobmeyer.
Okay.
He signed me when I was with a metal band from Italy called FL Duat, which we played Hellfest and stuff. It was an interesting band, mix of jazz and metal. And then Genera Dry on the snare, EC2 on the toms. Right now we have an EQ4 on the bass drum pattern.
Yes.
And the resonance heads are the Rezo Black, which is the thinnest head that Evans make. but they work perfectly together with these thick heads. You have the right amount of resonance and decay,
Yes, yes.
and they work well. The bass drum is very tight.
Very tight.
Yes.
Sounds
It's actually loose, but it has a tight sound. I keep it very loose, like the pedal. The pedal is also my pedals are always set up for power. So I use very loose spring tension. I have a Pearl Eliminator, the old model, and then I have the red beaters by Denmark, which are it's heavy wood, and then I also add a weight on top.
Yes.
So everybody who tries to play my pedal, the first time they play it, they don't reach the head because it's too heavy. But I like it very much, and the red thing is a tip of a hat of all the thrash metal drummers that I grew up listening to, like Gene Oglan, Nick Menza, and Charlie Benanta. They all use this. So.
Okay, let's go a little bit through the electronics.
Yes.
What are you using and what you are hearing in your ears?
I have
playing?
Yes, we use a cymatic audio, which is great for backing tracks.
Okay.
Here I have a mixer when I can, regulate all the volumes and stuff, and this is for the click, and this is for the whole band. And I still rely on Bila because we have an app on the phone, but I'm very resistant to technology. So and I really hate when I see a band on stage, and then between songs somebody picks up their phone. I'm old style. I don't like to go to see a show and pay and somebody's on their phone. And I know that I'm adjusting my in-ear monitors, but people think I'm sending messages to Gagicile in the audience, and I don't want to people to see that, and I don't like to do that. Yeah.
Okay. And so you are just hearing the.
I have the whole band,
the
the
whole
click,
band?
and also the track. I try to play like I'm playing to a CD, and this is all merit to Adrian Bila. He makes a great sound, and exactly for me, it's exactly like playing with an album. It's easier.
I understand. And as monitors.
This is like short SC215s.
Okay.
And then I have some KZ ones. I think they are great. They are cheap. I never wanted to invest much more than that because it's very easy that somebody steps on them or pours their beer, and I don't want to have 2,000 euros headphones and having to rebuy them. So I use those, and then to make the sound tighter, I usually wear this on top of them. This isolate me very well and allow me to keep the volume very low in my mix, so I don't destroy my poor ears of patron that I have.
Okay, and last question: what advice you have for the young drummers in this case, or young musicians that they want to achieve more and maybe get a dream gig? Because, to be honest, playing in Dirty Shirt, it's a dream gig in Romania.
Yes, I have to say that despite the fact that I have collaborated with even many of my heroes, like people from Jethro Tull or people that have played in Megadeth, Dirty Shirt is the best band I've ever played in.
Okay.
It's music-wise, it has all the folk influence that I like to hear in music, the metal part, the double bass, the heaviness, the groove. And as people, we get along really, really well. So it's really the best scenario. Right now, I don't dream of playing with another band. And so I would suggest drummers to know what they're doing. So learn a bit of basic theory, so you know what you're doing and not playing randomly. Try to develop good timing, and especially something that I see a lot. Two things. One is to be able to tune the drums well and play with a good sound, because I hear too many good drummers playing on terrible sounding drums, and it doesn't help the sound engineer. And the second, it might seem a very small one, is to learn how to use the hi-hat to keep time with your left foot, because I see a lot of very valid drummers playing amazing double bass, and then when it comes to play quarter note, 8 notes here, they get lost. But this adds a lot, and it keeps the whole band. You will see it in the show tonight. This is constantly going. This is why I have this one, because I play this one 90% of the time, and this is like a click track to the band. They always have this, so they don't have to have a click track in their ears. They have this.
Oh, so you are the only one that it's having click in the ears?
Christy, our guitar player, is starting to have it.
Okay.
The rest of the band doesn't, so they rely on this the whole time.
They will have the
So
hi-hat.
with this, I do the exact thing that I hear in my for the whole show.
Oh, nice.
So, but this it wasn't forced. This is something that I learned when I was a kid.
Okay.
So it came really natural.
Okay, so it's the one of the most important lessons to keep the timing with the hi-hat.
I think it gives you a lot of texture.
Mm-hmm,
Or sometimes I splash it like
okay.
I do it in Maramu. Yeah, and it's a nice texture. I think that.
Okay,
Yeah.
I guess we covered everything.
I want to show you one more thing.
Okay,
A
sure.
surprise. Hold this for a second.
Okay.
We're not using it tonight because I'll speak when I have the mic.
Okay. Okay, let's see.
So we are not using it tonight because I like to alternate the snares. I also like to alternate the pedal because I don't want to get too used to one pedal and then having to go to another kit and not being able to use the pedal.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why I alternate the drums is that one has a die-cast hoop, the other one has a triple flange,
Mm-hmm.
and it always takes a bit to adjust. So I basically do one show and one show.
Okay.
So I make sure that my precision is always there to hit the rim shots. And we are not using it tonight, but this is my favorite snare. It's a snare made by a brand in Italy called NFM. And they make unbelievable sounding snare drums. This is an aluminum shell. It has a Trix throw-off that can allow you to have different tensions of the wires. And the singular thing is this is made with a milk barrel.
Okay.
You know, somebody like our grandparents used to transport milk after
Yes,
they milked
yes.
it. Many of them are exactly 14 inches in diameter, and he made a snare drum out of it.
Okay.
And I just love it. It's my absolute favorite snare drum, and it never loses the tuning. Unbelievable. We're not using it tonight, but I wanted to make sure that I featured it because
I understand. Okay, that's
another
nice.
thing that this snare does, and also the tama does, which to me is my selection to have a snare drum. I want to hear the snares up until the edge.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't hear them, I don't like the snare.
I understand.
And with this, you can both hear it.
Yes.
So it means this is a sign of a very well-made drum, and I wanted people to feature to see this feature.
Okay. Okay, that's
Yeah.
And it looks.
It looks amazing.
Yeah, looks
He also makes
a little bit weird.
yeah. He also makes bell brass snare, bell bronze snares. He has a snare with and the lugs are made with bullet casings.
Okay.
So anything you want, you can do, and for a good price, not for what you think is going to cost.
Okay.
So get in touch. NFM Drums on Instagram.
Okay. I'll put the link in the description.
Yeah, I will give you all the links.
Okay. I guess we covered everything.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Can I introduce to you Adrian Bila?
Yeah, sure. You told well in the interview you told that it's your sound engineer.
Yes.
And I guess a band doesn't work without a sound engineer.
No, we would definitely not work without a sound engineer. And I have to say that in all the sound engineers that I work with over the years, he absolutely is the best.
Mm-hmm.
And he's very, very knowledgeable. He's very professional, and he is very patient. Because I'm very particular about not having gates in my ears. I'm old school drummer.
Yes.
I try to play fields with dynamics and stuff, and not just one velocity.
Mm-hmm.
And I cannot stand if I don't hear all the nuances. And he made it possible in this hell of a band with a lot of instruments that I do it, with a lot of probably cursing, but never really directly cursing at me. And so I would like to feature, if he dignifies us with his presence, I would like to feature Adrian Bila on the sound engineering. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
I went overboard. I need another coffee.
No problem.